Hello and welcome to Rise and Unwind. My name is Dan. You know, each and every week I try to bring people from across the country to talk to me about things we can do right here in your neighborhood. Maybe something to rise you up throughout the week or something you could unwind on over the weekend. On this week's show, I got this.
And the ADs on the set were calling me 10-1, had given me this nickname, which 10-1 is code for your actor has gone to the bathroom.
All of that and more right here on Rise and Unwind. Overactive bladder, or OAB, is a condition that affects millions of Americans, often disrupting their lives in ways they never really expected. Despite how common it is, many people just wait years before seeking any form of help. So joining us today to share her personal story and raise a little bit of awareness is actress and advocate Holly Robinson Peete. Welcome to the show, Holly. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
All right, so you've had such an amazing career, both as an actress and an advocate. What have you been up to doing lately?
Oh, well, I've been experiencing life as an empty nester. I got 4 adult kids, but they never really leave the nest. You know, they're kind of always flying in and flying out. So that's been interesting. My husband and I are traveling a lot, you know, trying to enjoy the empty nester life. We're also hosting a show right now called Queen's Court. It's on Peacock and Bravo. It's a dating show. That's been really fun, co-hosting with him. And then today I'm talking about OAB, overactive bladder, which is something that I discovered that I was diagnosed with a few years ago and trying to spread some awareness about it.
When you kind of started first noticing some of the symptoms, how did it affect your daily life? And when did you start realizing there's something wrong here?
Well, a few years ago, almost 4 years ago now, I noticed I was having to go. And I mean, having to go to the bathroom very, very urgently and frequently and having leakage episodes, all this. So I'm thinking, okay, well, girl, you're a certain age. So this is just what comes with aging. But it turns out that these symptoms were super chronic and they just really were getting in the way of my life. I like to travel. I like to, I'm on sets. I do a lot of Christmas movies. I'm wearing layers of clothes. I was always having to go to the bathroom. And the ADs on the set were calling me 10-1, had given me this nickname, which 10-1 is code for your actor has gone to the bathroom. And they're like, this girl is 10-1 again. So I was just noticing that it was, nonstop. I wasn't going to concerts. I wasn't, when I fly, I was I like to sit in window seats, but I was sitting in aisle seats because I was trying to get to the bathroom all the time. And basically, bathroom mapping had become my life. And this was really stressing me out. I talked to a bunch of girlfriends, and they started telling me, you might have something called OAB, which one of my girlfriends had. You need to talk to your doctor. That's how I began on this journey.
So how did you begin that conversation with your doctor?
Whew. Well, first of all, I was really embarrassed to talk about it because it's not the cutest thing to chat about. But I realized once I started telling him about what I was experiencing and how my life had changed because of this having to go all the time, he recommended for me to try Gemtesa, which is a prescription treatment. And he told me that there could be some serious side effects like urinary retention or allergic reaction, swelling of the lips or face, maybe more common side effects like headache, UTI, sore throat, runny nose, diarrhea, nausea. He told me all of that, but then he told me that actually that Gemtesa could be a really good fit for me. And since taking Gemtesa, I've noticed an improvement in my OAB symptoms. And that has been a real relief for me.
So what are some of the questions that you should ask your doctor if you're feeling that someone at home maybe experienced some of these symptoms and maybe starting this conversation?
Just be open and honest about what's going on. Don't be embarrassed about it. These doctors have heard everything. You're not going to freak them out or they're not going to judge you. But just be open and honest about what you're experiencing and what's happening in your lifestyle. And, OAB, as you said at the top of this, impacts approximately 33 million adults in the U.S. So this is a pretty common thing. And so just go in open-minded, ask all the questions, tell all your stories, and share your experiences so that you can find the right treatment for you. And also make sure you check out timetogo.com. It's a great website where you can also meet other people. We call them Gemtesa go-getters in this community, people that got to go just like me. and you learn about, sort of what the OAB community looks like. and you might be part of this community.
Holly Robinson Peete, thanks for joining me this morning. Where can people go for more information, maybe learn how to manage their own OAB if they haven't?
Yeah, definitely go to timetogo.com, check it out, and spread the word. And again, don't be afraid to have that conversation with your doctor.
Holly Robinson Peete, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So we're expecting record-setting holiday spending this season, but consumers are looking for good value for their money. So instead of generic department stores or online sites, what about one stop? Trying to promise a diverse range of unique and practical gifts for everyone in this family? Well, here's more.
Holiday shopping often revolves around kids, and Tractor Supply's Charles Moon has some ideas to help us with those wish lists.
So these are my favorites, so I always make sure to test them out every time that they show up, because I've got 2 kids of my own, but some of those are going to be those vintage and classic toys that you've seen before, like the Spirograph, some of those cat dump trucks that you pushed around for all those years, and then also we've got the 12-volt kids zero-turn ride-on toy, so that way the kids can be out there with you in the yard and having fun and helping out.
Western wear is a big trend in women's fashion, as Tractor Supply's Marty Skold Jordan demonstrates.
We've got these really darling Delilah Ariat boots. They've got beautiful stitching on the side, cream on the top of one pair. Another pair has more of a burgundy. I'm wearing a Wrangler shirt inspired by Lainey Wilson. It's got vintage hardware on it, and of course the snaps, and a really comfortable weight, so you can wear it many seasons.
Find gifts for the whole family at TractorSupply.com.
Gift cards can be the perfect gift for the hard-to-buy friend or family member who pretty much has everything. Here's more.
For nearly 2 decades, gift cards have been the most requested holiday gift. It's an option more than 4 out of 5 shoppers plan to take advantage of this year. Whether you're shopping for your child's teacher, your partner, or your sister-in-law, giftcards.com makes it easy to make the thought and the gift count with over 350 brands to choose from. Gift from top brands like Sephora, Nordstrom, Instacart, and more. Typically, gift card buyers choose a gift card for a single store or brand, but giftcards.com is home to the most versatile multi-brand gift cards on the market, offering shoppers unmatched variety and choice. New this year is the giftcards.com gift card, which gives access to choose from almost anything on the website. You can even personalize your gift from hundreds of images or simply add your own. Plus, you can match any budget with a load value ranging from $25 to $500. With no purchase fees, no expiration, and instant delivery, it's the ultimate gift of freedom. Visit giftcards.com today for a gift with so many possibilities.
Life has a way of throwing curveballs, even for world-class athletes and fitness icons. So joining me today are 2 incredible women who's faced these challenges head-on. We got Gail Devers, a 3-time Olympic gold medalist and track and field legend, and Hannah Corbin, an internationally recognized fitness instructor, dancer, and Peloton instructor. They're here to share their journey with thyroid conditions, raise awareness about thyroid eye disease, and empower us all to take charge of our health. Gail, Hannah, welcome to the show, you 2.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having us.
Gail, your story, I was checking it out. It's kind of inspiring. And you've been very open about your Graves' disease and thyroid eye disease. What is that journey like for you?
Oh my gosh, Dan. So that journey for me is for 30 years. I've been, living with Graves' disease and thyroid eye disease. But no one ever told me that the symptoms that I was having from my eye disease, like redness, irritation, bulging, the fact that my eyes were so dry they didn't close when I slept. No one told me that those symptoms were separate from my Graves' disease and that they needed to be treated separately from a TD specialist like an oculoplastic surgeon or a neuro-ophthalmologist. So I didn't know.
And those 2 diseases, Graves', thyroid disease, they've really impacted your life and career. What advice would you give to somebody that is kind of going through the same or similar challenges?
Oh my goodness. The first thing is to be your own best advocate. You know your body best, and don't accept when people tell you that there's nothing wrong. I can tell you how many countless doctors I had to go through to find that diagnosis. But even once I found that diagnosis, it's getting the right care team and then finding people that are in the same community that understand you so that you don't feel like you're on an island by yourself, that you're not alone. And the best thing, there's a website. You want to get your life back on track. It's focusonted.com.
And Hannah, your experience is a little different. You were diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease. What was going on before your diagnosis, and how did you manage it once you started getting some answers?
Well, most people know me as a Peloton instructor, but behind the scenes, I was oh so tired. About 5 years ago, my health was just turned upside down. I couldn't stay awake for more than about 4 hours without needing a nap. I was like a newborn baby. It felt like a curtain was being pulled over my eyes. And I searched for answers for a couple of years. It was difficult, again, to find the right care team and to find the people who not only believed me, but could help me. So for years, I was saying, you're telling me I'm fine, but I am telling you that I'm not. And finally, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease, and I was finally able to start getting the care that I needed.
And both Graves and Hashimoto's are linked to thyroid eye disease. Can you explain how these conditions are actually connected?
Well, so we both have autoimmune diseases which attack the thyroid, and thyroid eye disease is a separate but related autoimmune condition that requires separate care. So Gail has been diagnosed. I, through my awareness journey, have discovered and have learned that I, like many people with a thyroid condition like us, but especially if you have Graves' disease, are at risk for thyroid eye disease or TED. And again, it's a separate condition that requires separate care, so that awareness is key.
And managing Hashimoto's while leading such a high energy career, that must be tough. What have you learned along the way, and how do you balance everything?
What a journey it has been. So I have a phrase of treat your body like it belongs to someone you love. And that has taught me a lot of things, but it's really taught me to listen to my eyes now that I know my risk for TED. And up to 40% of people with Graves' disease are at risk for thyroid eye disease or TED, and women are at an even higher risk.
Yeah, women are five times more likely than men to develop it. So we're telling you to know the symptoms, know what your options are. You need a TED specialist. If you have Graves' disease and you've been living with Graves' disease, or you're newly diagnosed, or you have an autoimmune like Hashimoto's, know the risk, 40%, and get yourself to a TED specialist.
And those symptoms, they may vary depending on the human.
The person, right.
Yes, on the person, but they include eye bulging, redness, eye swelling, eye pain, double vision, and in extreme cases can even lead to vision loss.
It can.
Treat your body like it belongs to someone you love. I kind of like that.
Thank you very much.
I'm not stealing it from you. I'm going to put your name at the bottom of the quote. There it is.
Give her credit. Give her credit.
I'll embroider a pillow for you, Dan.
Good. That works. All right. Where can our viewers go for more information about thyroid eye disease and thyroid health altogether?
There's a website. We make it very simple for you. Go to focusonted.com, focusonted.com, and get your life back on track.
Yeah, you can find more about the risks, signs, and symptoms, or just find a TED eye specialist near you.
Gail, Hannah, thanks for joining me this morning and opening up and telling me your stories.
Thank you
for
so much.
With the holiday season just around the corner, many of us are shopping for the latest gadgets, e-bikes, or even toys. Most of them, which are powered by lithium-ion batteries. And with these batteries, we know they're incredibly efficient. They also come with fire and explosion risks if not handled properly. So joining me today is Nicole Sanders, Senior Research Amplification Specialist at the Fire Safety Research Institute, here to help us shop smart and stay safe this holiday season. Nicole, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I know we hear about lithium-ion batteries. They're pretty much everywhere these days. And we also hear about these fire risks. Is it really as immense or that I'm actually hearing? Is this a real big problem?
We are seeing an increase in incidents involving lithium-ion batteries. However, there are things that you can do to minimize that risk and to handle batteries safely.
And when people shop for holiday gifts, what should we be looking for to make sure that we are choosing safer battery-powered products?
We want to ask people to make sure they're looking for a certification mark from a nationally recognized testing lab. That means the product or device you're considering has gone through some tests to certify that if used properly, it can be generally safe for use.
And I hear the FSRI has a new campaign called the Take Charge campaign. Can you tell us a little bit more about it and some of the key safety tips?
Yes, we developed Take Charge to help people understand how to use their batteries and the battery-powered devices they have safely. We use the acronym CHARGE to represent 6 safety tips that we recommend. So C, we talked about choosing certified batteries. H, we want people to be handling them with care, using the charger that came with that device. A, we want people to be alert for warning signs like puffing of a battery or smoke or strange sounds or funny odors that they may not be used to. R, we want people to be recycling these. We know it's the holidays and you're looking forward to your new gifts and devices, but make sure the old ones aren't tossed in the trash. Recycle them properly. G, we want people to get out quickly in the event of a fire. And E, we want you to educate others once you know these tips.
I've actually seen video clips of people throwing them away in the regular trash bin, and then when they go into the big trash truck, they start exploding because of the pressure on some of these batteries. Yes. What do you recommend there?
Again, we recommend not tossing them in the trash because down the waste stream, we see these things impacting our community in broader ways, like your sanitation workers and things like that. So make sure you recycle. Look for your city or county's website and see where you can recycle these lithium-ion batteries.
All right, there you go. Don't put others at risk. Where can our viewers go for more information and ensure that they have a safe and happy holiday season?
Yes, please visit us at batteryfiresafety.org. You can use those tips and resources to help your family and loved ones this holiday season.
Nicole Sanders, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you so much.
The holidays should be a time for celebration, but let's be honest, they could be a logistical nightmare. Endless to-do lists, last-minute shopping, hosting duties. It can make the season feel overwhelming. Thankfully, today's guest got some clever ways to help lighten the load. So joining us is Elena Shipley, head of audience insights at DoorDash. She's got some tips to make your holiday season a little less stressful. Welcome to the show, Elena. How are you?
Doing well. I'm a little stressed even thinking about it, but thank goodness I have some tips. How are you doing?
We'll just say I'm a little stressed, okay? I'll keep it simple. The holidays may feel like a juggling act, all right? So what are some of your go-to tips for tackling some of those endless to-do lists?
Yes. So I really love a good check off. And so I tell people, start with those easy tasks, start making yourself feel good. And one of the easiest tasks to do is anything that you could do from the comfort of your home. And that is where DoorDash comes in. So people use this for restaurant delivery, but we have groceries, decor, gifts for those 21 and older. We have alcohol that can be delivered, and everything can be delivered in under an hour. So those last minute people like me, you could get those just right when you think about it in the nick of time. But you also have the ability to schedule ahead for those who plan ahead of time. Overall, I just tell people, treat DoorDash as your secret holiday helper, getting those items outside and getting them to your door.
And with some holiday tasks, what are some that you think people may not realize they could easily just outsource to somebody else?
Absolutely. That is my biggest thing that I like to do, outsource. So we have some new fun features this year, including our gift hub, where consumers can actually get digital gift cards as well as physical gift cards that Dashers can deliver to the doorstep for you. So those picky people, that's really hard to get something on their list, just get a good gift card sent directly to them and make them happy. We also have a new search feature where you could search for a specific item that you have in mind. It'll tell you every store that item is in, and it'll tell you the lowest to highest price to make sure that you're getting the best possible price overall for the items that you're looking for. And my personal favorite, this last one that people really don't think about for DoorDash, is you can actually get DoorDash or a Dasher to pick up your packages that you're trying to ship with FedEx or USPS or UPS. Those lines are really long at times. Get them to pick that up, and they can actually send all those gifts that you personally pack to your friends and family for you overall. So we're really helping out with how to make those tasks easier and save you time overall.
Hey, I am down with saving time. Whenever somebody asks me what I do for a living, my answer is always as little as possible. So this is perfect for me. We also like to help out the local community, help out some of these small businesses. Shopping locally, it's very important. How can we make that even simpler with this holiday rush?
Yeah, DoorDash takes it serious too. Like we are really about supporting the local economy. It's been in us since jump. And so we have really focused on having a lot of local businesses. So you all types of family-owned restaurants and family-owned grocery stores, as well as local gift shops and just local brands overall. I tell people it's really hard to list out all of them, even when I'm in one specific city. So the best way to do it, even if you're not ready to go shopping yet, go to DoorDash or the app. Put in the address that you're interested in, both yours or the person you're trying to send to, and they'll list all the different stores that are available, grouped by different categories at the top of your screen. So it makes it really easy. So you can pre-plan where you can shop at, and you'll be very surprised by how many local businesses that you'll find on there.
And if you're like me, throwing a last-minute party, what's your best advice to kind of keep it a little stress-free?
For those Apple users out there, we have a new feature where you can import your shopping list from your Reminders app or copy and paste your notes and put it into DoorDash, and it will find all the items for you, put it in a basket, and then you can remove the ones you want or keep the ones that you need. This way you can make sure those family secret recipes, you have all the ingredients for during that time for those get-togethers. Or if you want to try something new, we have a partnership with Bon Appetit with exclusive chef-inspired recipes. And with that too, you can click the ones you're interested in, and it'll add all the items into your cart. So you can look like a famous chef, or just make sure you get that family recipe down packed and not forget anything.
Well, that is adorable. No. Just trying to go
see
for
what you
another
did
pun
there.
today. It's not working. How do we save money? Any ways to like cut some costs?
Oh, absolutely. It's always best to experience DoorDash being a DashPass member or our subscription membership. But during the holidays, it's double greatness. So on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, any DashPass member will get $20 off of orders $60 or more on top of the in-store savings. So that means for certain stores, you actually save money more than going in-store yourself, which is awesome. We also have a new partnership with Lyft. So for those who are traveling out of town, you could get 50% off for 4 scheduled rides to the airport through the end of the year. Save on those expensive rides out that way to go visit our family. And finally, our SNAP EBT recipients, you could get a discounted DashPass membership for a year that are only at $4.99 per month during these holidays. So best way to save money, be a DashPass member, become a DashPass member, and take advantage of all those savings and promotions.
Alana Shipley, where can we go for more information and, make our holiday season a little better?
Yeah, keep it simple. Go to DoorDash.com or download that DoorDash app, and you'll see all the promotions that I talked about today, as well as new ones that I don't even know about.
Sounds great. Alana Shipley, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you so much. Have a great holiday.
When it comes to cancer, early detection can make a crucial difference. But currently, routine screening only focuses on 5 cancers, leaving nearly 70% of cancers with no recommended tests. However, a new simple blood test is helping patients learn about the risks. Here's more.
Dr. Candace Westgate, OBGYN, explains why catching cancer early is so important.
Really helps with treatment options. It helps with overall survival and improving outcomes. However, 70% of cancers do not have a recommended screening tool for. And so we have a significant unmet need when it comes to cancer screening in the asymptomatic population to try and help patients stay ahead of cancer.
Grail's new Gallery test is simple and easy, but it could have a huge impact on cancer patients.
Number one, providing access to patients for cancer screening. It's a simple blood draw. It can be done at their doctor's office. It looks for multiple cancers, not just one. So the impact that this has on overall population health, catching cancer at an earlier stage, we know that the cost of cancer treatment is extremely high, but a lot less if we catch it at an early stage, let alone outcomes for patients being improved significantly as well.
Learn more at gallery.com.
As we wrap up another whirlwind year, the holidays remind us to slow down, connect, and kind of savor the moments that truly matter. So joining us today is Melissa Rift, master taster at Old Forester, to share some tips on making this season extra special and meaningful with a little holiday cheer. Good morning, Melissa. How are you?
Morning, Dan. I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I hear that you mentioned the importance of connecting versus being connected during the holidays. What do you mean by that?
Well, I think what I mean by that is that the world feels like it's moving a little fast paced right now. And I know I spend a little bit too much time on screens, whether that's on my phone, on social media, or in my inbox on my laptop. And I think the holidays are a great excuse to just unplug, unwind, and spend quality time being present with friends and family. So that is what we're looking forward to this holiday season.
Yeah, I've been living a life of doom scrolling myself, so I need to stop that. What are some ways that we could get our gathering stress free while trying to make them memorable?
I love hosting people at my house, and whether you're hosting at your house or you're going to someone else's or you're traveling for the holidays, I think not feeling the pressure to go out all the time is a really important thing. I think there's something to be said for staying in, playing board games, watching a corny holiday movie, really just making sure that you're spending that time making memories with the people that you love. And if there happens to be some good food and cocktails along the way, I think that's even better.
And you talk about the gift of being present. What does that look like, and how can we embrace that a little more during the holidays?
That's a great question. So for me, being present, like I said, is all about hospitality for the people that are coming to my house. And part of that is making sure that I'm really well prepared. So kind of shopping for my ingredients early, making sure I have everything I need so that when we have folks over at the house, I'm able to engage in the activities we're doing and also make sure that everyone's having a good time. So that is what being present is kind of means to me and what's important to me.
All right. So I also heard that you brought along a special recipe. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So Old Forester is a Kentucky bourbon, and everyone's kind of favorite bourbon cocktail classically is an old fashioned. So we wanted to do a holiday version of an old fashioned using our 1920 Prohibition style, which is going to offer a little bit higher proof point. It's going to balance and marry really nicely with these holiday forward flavors. So we're going to start with a 1/4 ounce of gingerbread syrup and a 1/4 ounce of molasses syrup. And these are both ingredients that you can find at your local liquor store as well as your grocery store. I actually combine them to make this even easier. So if you're looking to kind of cut out some extra steps, you can take both of those, combine them, and just use a 1/2 ounce as I did just now. The next ingredient is going to be the best one, and that is the bourbon. Again, I'm using our 1920, 2 ounces of that, but you can actually take any Old Forester expression and sub it out for this one, and it's going to be a great cocktail all around. And then last but certainly not least, for a little bit of depth, we've got our cinnamon bitters, and we actually make our own custom cinnamon bitters. You can find those on our website if you really want to make sure you execute this cocktail as I am here. We're going to stir this over ice, and this is going to give us both chilling effect as well as some dilution. Dilution is really important when you're creating a nice balanced cocktail. And I'm going to strain it over a large ice cube, really make that cocktail pop. I'm going to decorate with a little gingerbread person and some dehydrated fruit. And that is a lovely take on a gingerbread old fashioned that certainly your friends and family are going to love as long as you all enjoy responsibly.
Excellent. All right. Where can we go for more information? Maybe get some more recipes and stuff.
For this recipe, as well as lots of other holiday editions, we've got oldforester.com for you. All the information you need.
Melissa, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
And that is it for Rise Unwind. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. If you actually want to be on the show, all you got to do is go to our website. That's riseunwindtv.com. There's a little form on there that you can fill out. Send me any info about you, your business, or whatever you want to talk about on television. Follow our YouTube channel. That's at Rise Unwind TV. And you'll get a whole lot more if you like, comment, and click that little notification bell so you can watch every episode without having to wake up so early in the morning. So until next week, that was Rise and Unwind.